there, warm welcome. You're watching Times Now's Blueprint Explosive Exclusive and I'm Meghna Deka. Well, viewers, today the entire nation is proud to stand by our forces after the feats of glory and valor that they have performed and shown during Operation Sindoor. Putting their lives on the line for the country, India's braves have destroyed, decimated Pakistan's terror hubs and military infrastructures, while also ensuring that there was minimal damage on our side. Today, it's a nation which is in debt of our armed forces. The BCCI, which is India's cricketing body as well as the organizer of the IPL, has planned a special tribute for our defense forces. After all, what could be better than to bring India's love, which is cricket, and India's forces, our armed forces, together for the IPL finale. So what really is the inside track? Well, today we are going to be joined by two gentlemen. The Vice President of BCCI, we'll have Rajiv Shukla joining us. Also, we'll be joined by Mr. Dhumal, who is of course the IPL chairperson, to get you sneak peek of what you can expect in that 45-minute extravaganza on the finale of IPL. But for the timing, let's tell you about the curtain raiser. This is what we are going to get you the details of. The curtain raiser is going to be a tribute to the armed forces. It's going to be a 45-minute ceremony which is going to be dedicated to our armed forces. The top defense personnel are going to be invited. Who all? Well, we are going to be putting those questions to the IPL chairperson himself. Prominent singers are also likely to be performing and have a patriotic performance of our tribute to our forces. In fact, the performance is likely by military bands as well to bring in that message of valor to the world. Because IPL, remember, is not just restricted to India when it comes to its audience and viewership. It is viewed all across the globe, and what better way than to ensure that there are going to be a couple of stands dedicated for our forces alone. In fact, ever since the dastardly Pahalgam attack, in which 26 innocent lives were butchered by the Pakistani terrorists, the IPL and the BCCI has been ensuring that they show complete solidarity with the nation. The players have been wearing black bands after the attack, as you can see in these pictures. National anthem was also sung before the matches, as you can see, as well as thank you armed forces. These were the huge big screens which were put up at the IPL stadiums as well, where the matches were held after its suspension. This is a show of solidarity coming in by the ICC chairperson. You had Jai Shah, who has come out openly, as well as you have Rohit Sharma as well as Virat Kohli, who have put out these messages of solidarity. Rohit Sharma says, with every passing moment, with every decision taken, I feel extremely proud of our Indian forces as well as the Air Force and Navy. Our warriors are standing tall for the nation's pride. You also have Virat Kohli saying, we stand in solidarity and salute our armed forces for fiercely protecting our country in these difficult times. We are forever indebted to them and their families for making our great nation. These are just some of the voices which are coming in. The ceremony is a tribute to our defense personnel who put their lives on their line to keep us safe, just like how they have done during Operation Sindoor. So the guest list for this special event, and that's going to be the extra special one that we are talking about, none other than the Chief of Defence Staff has been invited for this. Of course, the Chief of the Army Staff, which has played this glorious role in Operation Sindoor. Chief of the Naval Staff is also going to be there, as well as the Air Force Chief. The soldiers and other top defense officials also are going to be invited for this. The special ceremony, and this is very important, the special guests for those who are going to be performing will also be very special. While the BCCI is yet to announce who is going to sing the soul-evoking songs of patriotism, there are a couple of names which are already doing the rounds. I'll get you the names. One is, of course, Shankar, Mahadevan. And the second one who's likely to perform is Shreya, Ghoshal. But will they really? Well, we are going to be putting that very question across to our guests. Well, we are today being joined by Rajiv Shukla, who is the Vice President of BCCI. Arun Dhumalji is also joining us, the IPL chairperson. Arun Dhumalji, I'm going to be coming to you first. There's so much speculation right after it was decided by the IPL that your season finale is going to be a tribute to the armed forces. What a way to represent India and India's sentiments at a time like this. Dhumalji, you must give us some inside details. Who all's been invited? What's happening? Give us some inside scoop for that 45-minute extravaganza that you have planned.
See, since you all know that it is happening in the backdrop of Operation Sindoor, this is a small gesture. This is the least we can do to pay our respect and gratitude to our armed forces. So we have invited all the three service chiefs along with the CDS. I hope they'll find time to join us for this celebration. And we are very glad that this could happen because of the sacrifices made by our armed forces. We've seen how outstanding work they did in this 4-day Operation Sindoor. We were all waiting for this to close and start with our IPL. And since now we are reaching the finals of IPL, this was our way of, giving our respect and gratitude to them. And we are very hopeful they will join us in this celebration. We have called all the bands from 3 different services. So they would also be participating. This is an occasion for the entire country to celebrate and pay our respect in that sense.
And who all has been invited? If you could give us some details of that. We know, of course, there's the tri-services chiefs that you've given an invite to, of course, the CDS. But who apart from that?
See, we primarily have invited them. The 3 army, the 3 armed forces chief and CDS, and the bands would be performing, and the entire celebration would be a mark of respect to our armed forces, given the sacrifice and contribution that they have made.
Absolutely. Do stay on with us, Arun Dhumalji. Let me go across to Rajiv Shukla. Rajiv Shuklaji, you are not just the vice president of BCCI currently, but you're also the former IPL chairperson. It's very interesting because you have an understanding of the audience that you are catering to, which is not just restricted to India. It is something which is viewed by people across the world. What is the message that you want to send with this tribute to the Indian Armed Forces via the IPL? Why do you feel the need to do so at this time?
Madam, nothing is above nation's interest. National interest is above IPL. So obviously, we are joining the entire country in honoring our armed forces. So that's the whole idea. So everybody is, praising them. Everybody is, appreciating their courage. Great. So obviously, we are also doing this manner.
In fact, it's very interesting. The IPL has already recognized the efforts of the armed forces, Mr. Rajiv Shukla, the national anthem that we've seen being sung this time around as a way of paying tribute to thank the armed forces as well. Giant screens have popped up. We can see some of those on our screens as well. Giant screens which have been put up. But is this going to be a tradition that you intend to continue during IPL as well and during other perhaps tournaments organized by the BCCI, a tribute to our forces, a tribute to our great nation?
Well, national anthem is normally sung when the two, in bilateral series, when the two teams of, India and other countries' team, they come, and then we sing national anthem and that country's national anthem also. In IPL, this has not been the practice, but this is a special occasion.
Well, Shuklaji, I'll just come back because a lot is being said about if there should be cricket with our enemy nation. There have been a lot of critics, but I'll just come to that. But before that, let me go across to Mr. Arun Dhumal. You must give us some inside track because there are all these names which are doing the round about who's going to be performing as well. Yes, of course, it is going to be BCCI and the IPL putting its best foot forward, we can say, for our Braves. If you can give us some inside track, I believe the names of Shreya, Ghoshal, the names of Shankar, Mahadevan are doing the round. What can we expect?
See, it is not about a final ceremony, so to say, but we have to understand the fact that sports, while it's a source of entertainment and engagement, but we need to tell the entire country that it exists in a broader context where real life struggles and sacrifices occur. So this is an event wherein we want to unite the country together in the backdrop of what has happened in the past few weeks, so that they come and pay their tribute to all our armed forces. That is the occasion. So all that would happen would be a tribute and salute to our armed forces. In that, whatever performance would be there, most likely it would be Shankar, Mahadevan. So all the songs related to our armed forces and their valor and their sacrifices made throughout the decades, that would be a tribute from our side.
And I think it's very befitting, isn't it, Mr. Dhumal? The fact that we have India's soft power on display. You have cricket, you have our arts, you have our culture, the best of the known faces when it comes to the world of music are going to be there, but we are also going to be saluting our hard power, our military might of the nation. You said that this is going to be clubbing the best of both these powers, coming together at the IPL finale. In that case, you mentioned that there is going to be special invites have been sent out to some of the topmost army officers as well, forces from other forces as well. The military band will be there. This is the first time, I believe, when the military band is going to be performing at any of the BCCI events, if you can confirm that.
Yes, because you can't find better symphony to pay a tribute to our armed forces. And given the wider audience that we have, that we cater to, not only in India, but across the globe, it is the biggest tournament, so to say, of T20. It is the second biggest league, and the kind of audience that it has across the globe, we want to send a message to everyone, every cricket lover, every sport lover across the globe, that sports exist, but it exists. We can play sport because of all these armed forces which guard our border, which give us that sense of security and safety.
Absolutely. Bringing together our military might with our soft power, cricket as well as arts and culture. Rajiv Shukla ji, can there be cricket with enemy nation? Many are asking, because many have said, yes, we have not had any bilateral matches with Pakistan. But why are we still playing Pakistan in some of the other neutral venues, for example? That is what the critics are saying. How would you respond to that?
Well, there is a very, stated position of BCCI. That wherever we play, we take the consent of the government. In this case also, playing against Pakistan or tour to Pakistan, we always ask the government, and whatever government suggests, that we adhere by that. And ICC has also made this provision that if government doesn't want, then it's not necessary that we should play. So that exemption is there. So accordingly, keeping that in mind, there are no bilateral tours between the two countries. You might have seen it.
Yes.
The exemption is only ICC tournaments. Whenever there is ICC tournament, then only we play against Pakistan. If there is no or Asian Cricket Council, so international tournament, this is exempted. Otherwise, bilateral series we don't play.
But Mr. Rajiv Shukla, here's the problem. Many have said that BCCI is a formidable force in the world of cricket. BCCI, with its muscle power, with its financial power, can actually put pressure on ICC as well. Have you reached out to the ICC to perhaps keep Pakistan out, for example, of the Asia Cup? Many are saying that why shouldn't BCCI go up to the ICC and say, look, we don't want to play with Pakistan. Pakistan should be kept out of the Asia Cup. Otherwise, India, the BCCI, is going to be pulling out. Exert some financial pressure when it comes to money, because that's where it will hurt. Not just PCB, but the whole of Pakistan.
Well, whatever BCCI can do, BCCI is doing in national interest. Rest of the things, ICC is an international body. So, more than 100 members are there. So, we take decision accordingly. So, our Asian Cricket Council, there are a lot many countries who are the members. So, keeping that in mind, we take a view. So, I don't think, I can commit something to you right now. But as far as bilateral series, I can say that we will go what government tells us.
Oh, Mr. Rajiv Shukla, you're of course a politician, and now I can see hints of the politician first. You're neither denying it, but you're not confirming it either. Is BCCI, I'll ask this question again, is BCCI thinking about exerting pressure on the ICC to keep Pakistan out of ICC tournaments as well?
Well, don't put words in my mouth. I've been also a journalist. So I know.
Of course.
So I'm clear that international, so far there are, our policy, and this is with the approval of the government, that international tournament which are organized by ICC, ACC, we participate or play against Pakistan. But as far as bilateral series is concerned, which purely in our hand, we always ask government, and whatever government says, we'll do that.
Well, again, the politician in you, you're still not giving me a direct answer with a straight bat.
not answering to a question is also an answer.
Oh, that's huge. Not answering a question is also an answer. That's huge. Mr. Dhumal has a big smile on his face. Is that where we are headed, Mr. Dhumal? You are part of the ICC. We've seen how ICC has kept Pakistan out. And we have seen what IPL, the power of IPL can do internationally as well. We have delegations going out right now from India, giving out India's point of view. Is IPL likely? And hopefully you're going to give me a direct answer to that. Should we be exerting more pressure on PCB and indirectly on Pakistan?
See, definitely we would want to exert as much pressure as we can to squeeze them down. There are many things that you want in life, but there are many things you can't do. We would ideally want them out of UN also, for that matter, given their role and involvement in terrorism. But can we do that? We would want that. Isn't it? Same way, whatever we can do, whatever is in our capacity, we take that stance so to make sure that we don't play any kind of bilateral cricket with them. As far as the policies that they're taking with regard to fostering terrorism and doing those things, we have taken that stance very seriously. And as Mr. Shukla rightly pointed out, we have to abide by what the government has to tell us.
Absolutely.
So with regard to that, we have already taken a stance that we will not travel to Pakistan for this Champions Trophy. And we have shown them whatever best we can do in that direction. But when it comes to now, when you talk of this Asian Cricket Council, Asian Cricket Council is independent of ICC. Mr. Shukla is representing BCCI and ACC.
Yes.
But ACC as of now is headed by a Pakistan cricket chairperson.
I'm aware of that, yes.
Yeah. So there are such challenges, but when it comes to taking countries' interest, everybody in BCCI is aligned to that, and we make sure that whatever best we can do, not only to protect our country, but to squeeze the enemy country, we will
That's
not
very
be
interesting.
left
Everyone
wanting.
in India has united, but has everyone? Mr. Rajiv Shukla, I can't let you go. We all know you're associated with the BCCI. You're also from the Congress party. Do you think your party has done enough to ensure they too stand in unity with India and the forces?
If there is an interview about cricket, I never discuss politics and party politics. So I won't respond to any question as far as party is concerned.
Well, Mr. Rajiv Shukla,
that will have to come separately to have an interview.
Mr. Rajiv Shukla, your answers, or rather even the absence of an answer, speaks louder than words. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Rajiv Shukla, as well as, of course, none other than the IPL chairperson, Arun Dhumal, for joining us. Both of you together have given us deep insights on what can be expected, how cricket today can stand up for the country. Without a short break.